Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the 42nd lecture. Welcome to the 42nd lecture of Industrial Management and Smart Technologies. Today in this session, we will discuss about the topic called Industrial Revolution. So in that, what is the meaning of Industrial Revolution? How the industries are polluted? What are the factors affecting it? How to control this pollution control, and the industrial effluent, importance of safety at workplaces. So these are the topics that we discuss today in this session. Yes, in that first one, we'll see about the industrial policies and industrial pollution control concepts. Coming to the industrial revolution, starting from industrial revolution, the era of industrial revolution, and today's advanced technologies, whatever it is, end of the day, everyone will talk about the negative aspects. So in that negative aspects, the first thing to be discussed is about the pollution. The pollution may be of three types. It may be of solid type of pollution, liquid type of pollution, gaseous form of pollution. So with the industrial revolution, humans were able to advance further into the 21st century, and the technology has been developing rapidly. Science became advanced and manufacturing age came into the view. With all these came one more effect, is industrial pollution. So along with the technology, along with the changes, along with the rapid changes in the technology, the other problem is industrial pollution. These factories become more full-scale industries and manufacturing units. The issue of industrial pollution started to take into more importance. Now, what is the main thing to discuss here? The issue of industrial industries, small-scale industries, large-scale industries, medium-scale industries, and the manufacturing units are slowly started this type of concepts. Later, what happens? The pollution has been increased. Now, majority of the people are discussing about the pollution control. Now, see here. Here, if you see the industrial pollution, every industry in some way you can see the smoke going into the atmosphere, right? Depends upon the product what you are manufacturing, or depends upon the processing and industries. The smoke is going into the air. Any form of pollution that can trace its immediate source, any form of the pollution means it may be the solid form, it may be the liquid form, it may be the gaseous form, that can trace its immediate source to industrial practices is nothing but industrial pollution. Most of the pollution on the planet can be traced back to industries of some kind. So what is the meaning of this point here? Most of the pollution on the planet, అంటే planet లో ఉన్న మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ పొల్యూషన్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది అని అన్న క్వశ్చన్ వేసినప్పుడు majority will say it is from the industries only, right? Next, what are the causes of industrial pollution? The first cause is lack of policies to control pollution. Ante lack of industrial and government policies to control the pollution. Next, unplanned industrial growth and policies to control pollution. Rigid plans లేకుండా, సాలిడ్ ప్లాన్స్ లేకుండా అప్పటికప్పుడు తీసుకున్న నిర్ణయాలు, దానివల్ల జరిగే అనర్థాలు, దానివల్ల జరిగే గ్రోత్, these are the reasons for control pollution. Third one, use of outdated technologies. Next one ఏంటి? Use of outdated technologies. అంటే at present what we are having, right? Based upon the technologies in the industries, based upon the type of pollutions coming outside, we have to change the technology of controlling the pollution. So if you are not having that type of system, and using the old type of methodologies, automatically we are at back level only. Next, presence of large number of small scale industries. Next point ఏంటి, presence of large number of small scale industries అంటే once the permission is given and beyond that some of the people will not take government permissions, will not follow the pollution control board, and they will start increasing the small scale industries. These are also causes the effect of industrial pollution. Next, inefficient waste disposal. Next ఏంటి, inefficient waste disposal. So we are not properly utilizing the disposing methods or disposal systems of waste. Okay, so like this, these are the major effects of industrial revolution process. Next point. In the industrial pollution, the first type of industrial pollution is water pollution, means liquid pollution. Most of the industries, it may be processing industries or fabrication industries or any other form of industries, require large amount of water for doing the work. For example, if you take a car, so for manufacturing of a medium type sedan car, we require 5 lakh liters of water. How many liters? 5 lakh liters of water, right? Most of the industries require large number of water for their work. When involved in the series of processes, the water consumption comes into contact with the heavy metals, harmful chemicals, radioactive waste, and even organic sludge. Second point, soil pollution. What is the meaning of soil pollution? The soil pollution is creating problems in agriculture, right? The soil pollution is making a problem in agriculture and destroying the local vegetation. It also causes chronic health issues. Chronic health issues means constant దీర్ఘకాలిక రోగాలు. Chronic health issues means దీర్ఘకాలిక issues. And to the people that come in contact with such soil on the daily basis. Third one, air pollution. Air pollution has led to a steep increase in various illness and it continues to affect us on daily basis. So it is becoming slowly increasing and encroaching the forest areas, remote areas, and finally it has been also done as a daily basis. With so many small, mid, and large scale industries coming up, air pollution has taken toll on the health of the people and the environment. So, air pollution అనేది, it has become a serious issue to talk about the health of the people and the animals. Fourth one is global warming process. With the rise of an industrial revolution, with the rise in industrial revolution, with the rise in industrial revolution, global warming has been increasingly at steady pace. Smoke and greenhouse gas are being released by industries into the air, which causes increase in the global warming. So, like global warming అంటే ఏంటి? గ్లోబ్ వేడెక్కడం అంతేనా? ఎలా వేడెక్కుతుంది? Encroachment of forest, degradation of trees, right? Mechanization, concrete world, growth of industries, increase of pollution, all these things led to the global warming process, right? Next, what are the principle of industrial pollution control? Principle enti? The main principle is to reduce the method of production. To do proper method of production. Production చేసే పద్ధతి proper గా ఉండాలి. For example, if you see for manufacturing of any one type of component, we can do of many types. Okay, for example, uh, okay, chapati making. So for example, if you see chapati making at your house, so while doing some processes, steps, finally you get chapati. If you see in hotels, how the making of chapati, they will do in other process, finally we will get the chapati. If you see in dabas, there also they will do in different process, finally we will get the chapati. So what is the concept here? We have to choose a proper method of production. For example, if you go to any government services for for getting of any works done, so what they will take, they will first bribe it. So through the bribe, we can get the solution fastly. Without bribe, we get the solution, but we have to wait for a long time. So like this, we are having various methods, but we have to follow the proper method for production. Second one is reducing consumption or usage of a polluting product. So reducing consumption or usage of a polluting product. So what we have to do, we have to reduce the pollution control products. That is a simple second principle. Third one, treatment of wastage, discharges and disposals. Treatment of wastes, discharges and disposals. These are the third principle of industrial pollution control. Next, how to control the industrial pollution. So when the question comes, we have to think for the answer. Then how to control this pollution control board. First one is read labels and reject products. So we have to see the labels. So if the product is not genuine, if the product is dummy, if the product is duplicate, then by seeing the labels, we have to reject why these products have been manufactured. So ఎందుకు తయారు చేస్తున్నారు, even though they are not highly qualified and they are rejectable. So they are bribing the services and they are getting the licenses and they are selling the products. Second point, reject companies and the products. For example, if you take any consumable products, so in the market, if the company name has been drastically reduced, automatically we will not purchase the products, right? Next, investigate where a company's plants are located. So we have to check where the company or where the industries are located. For that, what we can do, we can Google it, or directly we can see the label backside of any product and we can see where it is manufactured, where it is packaged, where it is distributed. So like this, we can see all the details on the label of any product. Next one, read the reports from environmental groups. So if you want to climb or if you want to discuss about the pollution control, we have to see the reports from the environmental groups. Next, conserve the electricity. So we have to save the electricity. So like this, these are the some of the control industrial pollution control concepts. Next, what is effluent? Industrial effluent treatment, IEF. Sorry, IET. So the industrial effluent treatment means the specifications for releasing various types of industrial effluents into the public sewage network or surface water courses determined by the concentration of biological oxygen demand. So what is the meaning of BOD here? The biological oxygen demand. COD means chemical oxygen demand. So biological oxygen demand and chemical oxygen demand, these are the main factors to be discussed in the industrial effluent treatment methods. So this comes in the environmental engineering subject. Okay, chemical oxygen demand means the amount of chemicals present in the oxygen levels, percentage of chemicals in the oxygen levels. Biological oxygen demand means the percentage of biologically manufactured products, biologically manufactured creatures. It may be amoeba, it may be algae, it may be fungi, it may be virus, whatever it may be. These are the biological oxygen demand. Next, and suspended solids. The suspended solid means the solid particles which are suspended in the sanitary water, but also by the content of organic and inorganic elements. Organic elements which are perishable, inorganic elements which are not perishable, which vary from country to country. Okay. In general, therefore, selecting a treatment method for industrial effluent depends on primarily on the following factors. First one is factors of selecting a treatment method for industrial effluents. First method to discuss is we have to see the industrial effluents. The first factor is identifying the various pollutants present in the effluent. So what is the first one? Identifying identifying the various pollutants present in the effluent. Second one, characterizing the effluent. Third one, regulating the sewers and separating the waste streams. So we have to regulate the sewers means the sewer means a device. A sewer means a one where the sewage is coming into the sewer pipeline. So we have to regulate and we have to go for regulate advanced things and we have to separate the waste streams. Fourth one, selecting the treatment technology based upon the different available physical, chemical or biological treatment capacities. So we have to select the proper treatment technology, wastewater treatment technologies, so that we can choose the available physical oxygen demand, biological oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand for the industrial effluent treatment plants. Okay, next. Next one is the technology description. So we will discuss about the detailed description. In that first one is industrial effluents primarily coming from the factories and plants. Plants and not the trees. Plants means the companies, factories or whatever it may they will call. Industrial effluents contain various materials, chemicals depending on the industry. So if you are using chemical industries or if you are using textile industries, we will get some sort of industrial effluents. If you are using leather industries, we will get some sort of industrial effluents. If you are using food industries, we will get some sort of effluents. Like that, some effluents contain oils and grease, and some contain toxic materials. Effluents from food and beverage factories contain degradable organic pollutants. Some effluents contain, while others lack, nutritious materials suitable for microbiological growth. Okay, next point. What is the treatment of oil refinery effluents? Now we'll see the concepts in various industries with some examples. So coming to the various industries, we'll take the the first one is the first one is treatment of oil refinery effluents. Treatment of oil refinery effluents. The basic constituents of oil refinery wastewaters are hydrocarbons. So in the oil refinery wastewater plants, the basic constituents are hydrocarbons. Other materials include organic materials. Other materials include organic materials under phenols, alcohols, sulfuric compounds, sulfide, mercaptan, sulfate, sodium salts, suspended solids, sand, etc. The treatment of wastewater is done in two main stages. So what it is saying, the treatment of wastewaters is done in two main stages. First stage is uh, first one is physical chemical treatment. Physical chemical treatment. Second one is biological treatment. These are the two treatments of oil refinery effluents. Next, treatment of metal surface coating industries. Second example is second one is a treatment of metal surface coating industry effluents. Some materials are used to coat the metals. primarily to prevent the corrosion of the metal. The water resulting from this industries typically contains high concentrations of toxic metals and diluted rinse water. So what is the first point? The water resulting from this the water resulting from this industry typically has what? High concentrations of toxic metals. So it contains, because of the metal surface coating industries, we have the toxic high concentration of toxic metals, and second one is diluted, means mixing of rinse water. The resulting wastewater is treated with physical chemical methods. The resulting wastewater, once we are treating with this physical chemical things, the resulting wastewater is treated with physical and chemical methods. Next, the issue of the industrial pollution concerns every nation on the planet. So the problem of industries and industrial pollution, control of industrial pollution, not only in our particular state or a country, it is a problem for entire planet, right? Concerns every nation of the planet. So as a result, many steps have been taken to seek the permanent solutions to this problem. But better technology is being developed for disposal of waste and recycling as much polluted water in the industries as possible. Next. So with this, we have completed the topic related to the problems and how to control the pollution in processing industries. Right. The next topic we'll discuss is the safety standards to be maintained at workplaces in industries and factories. Right. Next topic is safety at work is everyone's job. Okay, safety at work is everyone's job. It's a law. It is a law. Law means it is a rule. So wherever you are working for money, there you have to first see for the safety. So without safety, one should not work for the need of money, because safety is the first thing and the prime thing for every person to work with. Right? Why is the workplace so important? First question is, why is వర్క్ సేఫ్టీ ఇంపార్టెంట్? ఎందుకు వర్క్ ప్లేస్ లో మనం సేఫ్టీ పాటించాలి? సేఫ్ అనేది ఎందుకు వెళ్ళాలి? ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ protects employees and the employer from the death or injury. సో సేఫ్టీ ఏం చేస్తుంది? The safety protects the employees, finally protects the employees and employer. Employee అంటే ఎవరు? The person who is the person who is working in the company, the person who is working in the office, the person who is working in the school, college, etc. And employer means employer అంటే employee, employer. Employer means the person who is giving salary to the employees. Means he may be the boss, he may be the owner, who may be the proprietor, he may be the chairman, etc. From డెత్ ఆర్ ఇంజరీ, దెబ్బ తగిలిన లేదంటే మనిషి చనిపోయిన, సేఫ్టీ మెజర్స్, సేఫ్టీ లాస్ అనేవి మనుషుల్ని కాపాడుతుంది. నెక్స్ట్, ఇట్ టీచర్స్ వర్కర్స్ హౌ టు వర్క్ ఇన్ ఎ సేఫ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్. సో సేఫ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ లో ఎలా వర్క్ చేయాలి దాని గురించి దే విల్ గివ్ ఏ దిస్ స్ట్రైట్ రాడ్. నెక్స్ట్, ఇట్ హెల్ప్స్ ఎవ్రీవన్ ఫీల్ సేఫ్ అండ్ హ్యాపీ. సో మనకి సేఫ్టీ మెజర్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ఇట్ హెల్ప్స్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ పర్సన్ విచ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఇంజరీస్ ఆర్ ఎనీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అండ్ ఫీల్ సేఫ్ అండ్ హ్యాపీ, so that we can work very happily. And next, it teaches the workers to pay attention to their surroundings. సో ఈ సేఫ్టీ ప్రికాషన్స్, సేఫ్టీ రూల్స్ ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఇట్ టీచెస్ ద వర్కర్స్ ఎప్పుడు ఒక కన్ను వేసి ఉంచాలి మన చుట్టుపక్కల సరౌండింగ్స్ ని, అజాగ్రత్త ఏమన్నా ఉందా, రైట్? సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్ ఇట్. నెక్స్ట్, ప్రొటెక్ట్స్ ద కంపెనీస్ ఫ్రమ్ లా సూట్స్ అండ్ డిఫైన్స్. సో ఇట్ ప్రొటెక్ట్స్ ద కంపెనీస్ ఫ్రమ్ లా సూట్స్ అండ్ ఫైన్స్. అంటే ఒక ఇండస్ట్రీ కానీ, ఒక ఫ్యాక్టరీ కానీ, ఒక ప్లాంట్కి కానీ సేఫ్టీ మెజర్స్, సేఫ్టీ ప్రికాషన్స్, సేఫ్టీ లాస్, స్టాండర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి. సో అది ఎంప్లాయీస్ ని మాత్రమే కాకుండా కంపెనీస్ ని కూడా, కంపెనీ రెప్యుటేషన్ ని కూడా, కంపెనీ మెషినరీస్ ని కూడా కాపాడడానికి ఛాన్స్ ఉంది. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద మెయిన్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ వై we are preferring the safety as important thing. Next, health and safety law. Next point is health and safety law. Now the law says that about the work safety. First point, your rights and responsibilities as a worker. సో అదేం చెప్తుంది లాస్? యువర్ రైట్స్ అంటే ఒక వర్కర్ యొక్క రైట్స్ ని, రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ ని గుర్తు చేస్తుంది. అదేవిధంగా రైట్స్ అండ్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఏ ఎంప్లాయర్, ఎంప్లాయీ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్, యువర్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ యాజ్ ఎ సూపర్వైజర్ అండ్ ఎంప్లాయర్. సో ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు సూపర్వైజర్ అనుకోండి, సూపర్వైజర్కి సంబంధించిన రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్, వాళ్ళ రూల్స్ అండ్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్, వాళ్ళ టర్మ్స్ అండ్ కండిషన్స్ ని గుర్తు చేస్తుంది. తర్వాత చైర్మన్ అయితే చైర్మన్, మేనేజర్ అయితే మేనేజర్, ప్రొపరేటర్ అయితే ప్రొపరేటర్ యొక్క రూల్స్ అండ్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్, వాళ్ళ కండిషన్స్ కూడా గుర్తు చేస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్, ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఇన్ ఎన్ఫోర్సింగ్ ద లా. సో ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ గవర్నమెంట్ బై అబైడింగ్ అండ్ ఎన్ఫోర్సింగ్ ద లా against what are the terms and conditions, what are the laws they have taken earlier or at present. Next, specific regulations for certain jobs or workplaces. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కొన్ని కంపెనీస్లో కానీ, ఫ్యాక్టరీస్లో కానీ నార్మల్ గ్రౌండ్ మీద చేసే పనులు కాకుండా కొంతమంది ఏం చేస్తారు, హాయిస్ట్ మీద, క్రేన్స్ మీద, రేకుల పైన, ఫ్యాక్టరీ పైన అక్కడ వర్క్ చేస్తుంటారు. సో అలాంటి కొన్ని జాబ్స్ ఉంటాయి, certain jobs or workplaces. We have to provide specific regulations apart from the normal regulations. Okay, so these are the some of the laws to be set for the workers' health and safety. Under the law, everyone has a role to play in preventing workplace injuries and illness. Next, this means the workers. So అదేవిధంగా the workers, the supervisors, the employers, and the work representatives all have legal duties to keep their workplace safety and healthy. This system of health and safety duties, this system of health and safety duties is called internal responsibility system. Internal responsibility system, IRS. So what is IRS here? The checking of workers, supervisors, employers, work representatives at all legal duties to keep their work safety and healthy. This system is known as internal responsibility system. Every employee must be trained on the health and safety in their workplace. సో ప్రతి ఒక్క ఎంప్లాయీ జాయిన్ అయినప్పుడు కంపెనీలో పని చేసుకోవడం, శాలరీ తీసుకోవడం కాకుండా ప్రతి ఒక్క ఎంప్లాయీ మస్ట్ బి ట్రైన్డ్ రిగార్డింగ్ ద హెల్త్ అండ్ సేఫ్టీ ఆఫ్ ద వర్క్ ప్లేస్. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద కీ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ఆఫ్ హెల్త్ అండ్ సేఫ్టీ? సో హెల్త్ అండ్ సేఫ్టీకి సంబంధించిన ముఖ్యమైన అంశాలు ఏంటి? ఫస్ట్ వన్, ఎంప్లాయర్ ఈజ్ రెస్పాన్సిబుల్ ఫర్ మెయింటైనింగ్ ఏ సేఫ్ అండ్ హెల్తీ వర్క్ ప్లేస్. సో ఎంప్లాయర్ అంటే చైర్మన్ కావచ్చు, ప్రొపరేటర్ కావచ్చు, ఓనర్ కావచ్చు, సివిఓ కావచ్చు, he is responsible for maintaining the safe and healthy workplace where the employees are doing their work. It may be the software company or it may be the hardware outside company. So every employer should take care of their employers in good manner. Second point, employees should be involved in developing policies and programs. సో ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఏం చేయాలి? సో ఎవ్రీ డే ఎవ్రీ టైం ఎంప్లాయరే వచ్చి చేస్తాడు, ఎంప్లాయరే వచ్చి చూసుకుంటాడు అనుకోకుండా ఎంప్లాయీస్ షుడ్ బి ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ డెవలపింగ్ పాలసీస్ అండ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. నెక్స్ట్, there should be no sanctions for H&S related activities. Okay, there should be no sanctions for H&S related activities. So some of the activities related to health and safety they should not go for any sanctions. Next, employer should implement best and most effective practices. Employer ఏం చేయాలి? ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలి. ఏం ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలి? ఎంప్లాయర్కి సంబంధించి బెస్ట్ అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఎఫెక్టివ్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ పాలసీస్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ దేర్ వర్కర్స్ అండ్ సేఫ్టీ ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. సో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ నుంచి గట్టెక్కించడానికి ఎంప్లాయర్ ఏం చేయాలి? వాళ్ళకి మంచి హెల్త్ పాలసీస్, పిఎఫ్లో ప్రావిడెంట్ ఫండ్స్, లేదంటే ఎంప్లాయీస్కి హెల్త్ స్కీమ్స్కు, హాస్పిటల్ ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ జరిగినప్పుడు హాస్పిటల్లో బిల్లు లోపల 20% కన్సెషన్ అవైల్. So like these things we have to provide for any customer, maybe the cycle or maybe this type of scooter, right? So these are the policies you have to maintain so that the employer will be in a positive place. Next, we'll see about the what are the health and safety hazards. Overview of hazards. Okay, what's going on your workplace? So ఇప్పుడు మీరు ప్రజెంట్ పనిచేస్తున్న వర్క్ ప్లేస్లో ఏమన్నా మీకు ఇబ్బందికరమైన అంశాలు ఏమన్నా ఉన్నాయా? సో విల్ సీ ద జస్ట్ ఓవర్వ్యూ ఆఫ్ ద సేఫ్టీ అండ్ హెల్త్ హజార్డ్స్ ఇన్ ఎనీ ఫ్యాక్టరీ. Next, chemical and dust hazards. So in your workplace, the first thing is a chemical and dust hazards. Means cleaning products, pesticides, asbestos, chemicals, etc. This all comes under the chemicals and dust hazards. Next one, ergonomic hazards. Ergonomic means the study of the design of repetition, lifting, awkward postures, etc. Awkward postures అంటే మనం కూర్చునే విధానం, కుర్చీలో కూర్చున్నాం, కుర్చీ డిజైన్ చేసిన ప్రకారంగా మనం కూర్చోవాలి. మనము పిచ్చి పిచ్చిగా కొంచెం స్టైల్గా కొంచెం యాక్వర్డ్గా కూర్చున్నాం అనుకోండి, దిస్ క్రియేట్స్ అ ప్రాబ్లం ఫర్ అవర్ బాడీ. నెక్స్ట్, థర్డ్ వన్, physical hazards, noise, temperature, extremities, radiation. So this all comes under the physical hazards. Next, fourth one, safety hazards. Safety కి సంబంధించిన problems, slips, trips, falls, faulty equipment. This all comes under the safety hazards. Next, work organization hazards. Next one is work organization hazards. Things that cause stress. So these are the some of the health hazards regarding to their main concepts. That is biological hazards, physical hazards, ergonomic hazards, safety hazards, and chemical and dust hazards. Next, if you see the hierarchy of controls means top to bottom or bottom to top regarding the safety and health hazards. First one is least effective, most effective. Okay, so if you see the first triangle, elimination or substitution, elimination or removal of things, and substitution means దీని బదులు అవి వాడుకోవడం. Next, second triangle comes under the engineering controls. It requires a physical change of the workplace. So if they are facing any health problems, So we have to change the location of the workplace. Third one is administrative controls, including the work practices. Requires worker or employer to do something. So administrative controls అంటే ఏంటి? సో పైన వాళ్ళు పై లెవెల్ వాళ్ళు అంటే వర్క్స్ చేసే వాళ్ళు పైన ఉండే వాళ్ళు ఎవరు ఉంటారు? మేనేజర్స్, జనరల్ మేనేజర్, సిఇఓ. దే దే హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ థింగ్స్. నెక్స్ట్ పర్సనల్ ప్రొటెక్టివ్ ఎక్విప్మెంట్. Personal protective equipment. So here it requires a worker to wear something. Means బాడీకి సంబంధించిన any protective equipments like apron, like helmet, like gloves, shoes, spectacles. So these are the some of the personal protective equipment where the employer or a worker, whoever it is, they will work and have to do the job. So these are some of the hierarchy controls which they will do it. Next. So if you see the controls engineering concepts, engineering design, so we have to see the design at the source itself. At the source itself means at the starting level. So here if you see at the starting level, control at the source limits the hazard but doesn't entirely remove it. So these concepts will limit the limits and study the health hazards. But we cannot say how it is. It will far away go and stop somewhere. So if you see the examples of these engineering controls, mechanical guards, wet methods for dust collection, enclosures and isolation, dilution, ventilation. If you see some of the design examples, if you see here proper equipment. So if you take any example, for example, take a chair. How the chair looks. What is the purpose of chair? What is the usage of chair? How to switch out the positions. So all the things we can see when you design or when you observe the chair. What is the height of the seat? What is the area of the seat? What is the height from ground level to the seat? So like this we can see all the things in detail. Next, redesigned tools. So orderly designed tool. So when the tool want to work for three or 4 years, then we can choose some type of equipment. Okay. Now if you see the local exhaust. So for example, this is a kitchenware where you are keeping this is the stove, this is a platform. So this is the exhaust where the smoke is coming out. So these are some of the examples which consider the controls for engineering design. Okay. Next, if you see the controls, that is for personal protection equipment PPE, controls for last resort. So this is the last point where we have to go for the changes. Special clothing. So depends upon the place where you are working, depends upon the nature of job what you are doing. We have to wear separate clothing. For example, if you see because of this corona pandemic, the doctors and nurses are wearing some sort of special suits. Why? In order to not get affected by corona, and also should be hygiene. Here also these people will follow. So if you see the production things, first thing is the special clothing. Second one is eye protection. Eye protection means starting from the goggles, starting from the eye shield, starting from the face shield. So like this we can take, it depends upon the work what you are doing. Next, hearing protection. Hearing protection means for your ear. So if you are working at any noisy places, we have to safeguard our ears by keeping earplugs or by keeping some big things which covers the ears. Next, respiratory protection. So respiratory protection is this one. So if you are working in any chemical industries or any some sort of thing, this chemical and any this oil industries, definitely we have to use some respiratory protection so that we can avoid any dangerous inhaling of any dangerous chemicals gases into the mouth. So like this, the control we have to make down for the worker whenever he is working at the workplace and in any health hazard working conditions. So with this, we'll stop the class. So the time is up. For tomorrow, we'll discuss about the major elements of an effective safety and health problem. Right? So we'll stop the class. We'll continue the class next day. Have a nice day. Good day.